Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video we will take a look at the July 5th, 2024 Global Lab update notes. Currently there is a large group of returning and the new players to BDO. Due to this situation, I would like to make a reminder. Every week I try to convey the Global Lab notes to you with simpler and more understandable visuals. I strive to translate the necessary parts 100% correctly. So, if you want to follow this and similar or even more BDO related content, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications right now. Without further ado, let's check what we have for this week. This week's first topic is related with the War of the Roses. The regular season of the War of the Roses will begin on July 14th in all regions. So what are these changes? Let's start with Altar of Spirits. The Altar of Spirits is where you can obtain buffs that are beneficial not only for conquering the Commander and the Chief during the War of the Roses, but also for battles throughout the entire War of the Roses. In the preseason, depending on the region, there were situations where you could continue the victory by occupying the Altar of the Spirits from the beginning. In regular season, the Altar of the Spirits have been changed to activate after a certain amount of time so that you can naturally proceed to the battle at the Spirit Altar after occupying each sanctuary in beginning and having a certain amount of battle formation. As before, once the Altar of the Spirit is activated, there is a waiting time of 20 minutes until the next activation. The activation time of the Altar of Spirits at the start of the War of the Roses has been changed as follows. In before activates when the War of the Roses begins, after changes, activates after 10 minutes when War of the Roses begins. So let's talk about the resurrection method. Also in War of the Roses, when resurrecting after death, you could be resurrected at the front line of opposing faction, which often led to enemy attacks before a strategy for a comeback could be prepared. Now you cannot be resurrected at the front line of an occupied sanctuary, allowing you to deal with the opposing faction more strategically in situations where your sanctuary is threatened. During the War of the Roses, the resurrection method changed as follows. Before, choose one of the occupied sanctuaries to resurrect. After the changes, you cannot be resurrected in the front line of an occupied sanctuary. You can be resurrected in sanctuary of the previous stage. There is a change about Guardian of the Sanctuary. When a strategy to turn the tables in an unfavorable situation is successful, the Guardian of the Sanctuary monsters will be granted an invincibility effect for a certain period of the time so that they can reorganize their battle lines and maximize the effectiveness of the turnaround strategy. During the War of the Roses, when you attack a sanctuary occupied by an enemy force and successfully capture it as an ally sanctuary, the Guardian monsters that appears will be granted an invincibility effect for 3 minutes. There is one new skill that they added. The new skill's name, Designated Resurrection. You can use a Designated Resurrection skill by selecting one sanctuary. When a dead ally is resurrected, you can select sanctuary for 5 minutes regardless of whether it is occupied or not. This skill has 20 minutes cooldown. Let's talk about renewed rewards. The regular season of the War of the Roses will also award appropriate loot rewards. The Guild of Leaders, the main force that led the War of the Roses to victory, will receive more rewards than the 3rd Legion. Of course, the 3rd Legion also participate in the War of the Roses with the same goal, so they also receive rewards. Since the rewards that each member of the 3rd Legion receives increase depending on how many missions they succeeded in from the leader guilds, the 3rd Legion must work harder to complete the missions given by the leader guilds in order to reap both victory and spoil. Depending on the outcome of the War of the Roses, the rewards have been changed to allow you to obtain the following loots. You can check the list in below. There was an item that we called in Blazing Loot in official server. There are the rewards of Blazing Loots. You can check the list. The 3rd Legion spoils of war upon successful mission. So we talk about the missions for 3rd Legion. Let's check what they are. Each time the 3rd Legion succeed in a mission given by the leader guild, they can obtain Sylvia's token according to the number of successful missions. You can check the acquired Sylvia's token in Unified Goods UI. The number of the Sylvia token you can obtain for successful mission is as follows. If you success a mission, you will obtain 10 Sylvia's token. So what you can get with the Sylvia's token, you can check the list in below. Alright, let's talk about Arena of Solar changes. Depending on the results of the Arena of Solar match, the number of the Seal of Solar obtained has increased as follows. In before, for win, it was 20. After changes, it is 30. In before, for draw, it was 10. Now it is 15. In before, for lose, it was 5. Now it is 10. They added new weekly items that can be traded via Seal of Solare. You can check the list on the left side and the right side. Probably it is the same and there is no change, but the new reward seems pretty juicy. We have few changes about Node and Siege wars. Before the start of the Node War, the rules for monsters disappearing from the Node War server have been changed as follows. When a Node War is in progress, when there are 2 or more guilds or alliances participating in a Node War, under these circumstances, in before, monster disappears 15 minutes before the start of the Node War and reappear 10 minutes after the Node War ends. Now they changed it, monster disappears 10 minutes before the start of the Node War and reappear 10 minutes after the end of the Node War. If there is only one guild or alliances participating in the Node War, under these circumstances before, monster disappears 15 minutes before the start of the Node War and reappear 10 minutes after the Node War, they changed it, monsters no longer disappear. If there are no guilds or alliances participating in a Node War, this situation is also same, the monsters no longer disappear. We have few UI changes. The information about adventurers that was displayed when hovering over each territory icon on the world map has been deleted. The level and the health conditions that will output a guide for using restoratives when you are low on health have been modified. In before, when health is below 20%, output to adventurers are below 15 level. After the changes, when health is below 40%, output to adventurers below level 30. Cutscene skip time changed from 3 seconds to 1.2 seconds. Thank you, PA. We have few class fixes. For Sorceress, in Violation skill, the phenomenon of the momentary slows when a spinning strike for a Violation skill is successfully has been alleviated. For Musa class, the issue where the ultimate Nemesis / skill would not activate intermittently when a successful hit was made has been fixed. For Mayagu class, the phenomenon of not being able to smoothly connect to other skills after hitting a target with a skill that is not on cooldown has been improved. The phenomenon of the character being stuck when repeatedly pressing the S key in Awakened Battle stance has been improved. In the final part, we will check Dosa Changes. As expected, there is no big changes, I only like one of them, but overall they're just trying to fix the class. I'm expecting big changes and big buffs for Dosa class on next week. I also wonder what you guys think about this class. Please let me know in the comment section. Let's check the changes. When auto-moving with the destination set to an NPC, the movement has been improved to stop at a distance where interaction is possible. For Deep Haze skills, this is WF skill, the cooldown time for Deep Haze skill has been changed from 8 to 7 seconds to 7 to 5 seconds depending on the level of skill. For Flow Velum Slash, change the Flow Velum Slash skill to be usable even during its on cooldown. This is an amazing changes, not gonna lie, this is the LMB cancel. This will also make your mobility is even better. However, during cooldown period, the skill's invincibility while moving, knockback on hit and the critical hit probability effects are not applied. Stratus Shift, this is your dash skill, improved the Stratus Shift skill to allow smoother connections to other skills. When using the Stratus Shift skill forward or backward and then linking with the Cloud Veil, this is your R&B skill, it has been changed to activate from the second hit of the Cloud Veil skill. For Cloud Step and Flow Virgashaft skill, fixed an issue where the Flow Virgashaft skill wouldn't be linking during the last moment of the skill when using the Cloud Step skill. I realized that, but I thought that it was intentional, but it seems like they fixed it. Thank you, PA. For Flow Virgashaft skill, when linking the Flow Virgashaft skill with Cloud Spire, Stratus Shift, Flow Cloud Drift, Cloud Step or Flow Oblique Cleave, the attack has been improved so that if the enemy is in front while moving, the attack will be activated immediately. For Flow Rising Slash, fix the issue where the Flow Rising Slash skill did not activate even when right-click after the Prime Cloud General, this is your C skill, in certain situation where Cloud Veil and the Flow Virgashaft skill not be used. Alright, I tried my best to convey every details in the global lab. I hope you guys like my contents. Do not forget, BDO is just a game. Have a nice game.